Melodic Minor Scale Modes. We already covered the first three in the key of C minor, and the first three were C melodic minor scale, which is also called jazz minor scale. We also covered D Dorian flat 2 or flat 9, and we also went over B flat Lydian augmented mode. Those three modes that are covered with you in my last video pertaining to the C melodic minor scale, which is also called C melodic minor mode, and I am going to continue. So this is part 2, okay, of the video. So the next one to cover is okay, this is a C minor scale, C melodic minor scale. Okay, so we all know, well, we know, at least we should know, or we will know, or some of us will know what a mode is. You know, a mode, you play a scale starting on different notes within the scale without changing any notes. Okay, and then on each mode you can get a chord. So we're going to continue with we're going to continue starting with F, because I think we stopped on E flat. So we're going to see F now. The F, the mode within the C melodic minor scale, starting on F. So it's gonna be, we're gonna play that F. Let's do it. Okay, so we can see that. Let me explain something. When we playing modes within a scale, whether it is major or not, we have to remember every time we start playing the scale on a new note, we need to remember that we have to think about the genuine, the real scale of which that note is the root. Okay, an example, like if you in the key of C major, if you play the D-Dorian mode. The D-Dorian mode belongs to the C major scale. So we're gonna play the D-Dorian mode, playing the notes in the C major scale. But at the same time, when you start with D, you need to be thinking in terms of D major. The only thing is we're not going to play some notes in the key of D major unless they are diatonic to the C major scale. Okay, so we need to understand that nuance. So we start with F in the key of C melodic minor. So F, we play. So okay, immediately I can see I have sharp 4, because if you're playing F, regular F major, you're supposed to have B flat as your fourth note, but we can't play B flat here because it is not diatonic to the C melodic minor scale. It doesn't belong to the C melodic minor scale. So immediately we can see we have sharp 4 or sharp 11. Okay, we start over. So we have sharp 4. That's Lydian interval. Then we continue. We got flat 7. So we know we have this mode can be called Lydian dominant or Lydian flat 7 in the key of C melodic minor scale. Okay, Lydian dominant scale or Lydian flat 7th scale. Okay, so the chord that can derive from the F. It is an F Lydian flat 7th mode or F Lydian dominant mode. So we're going to play F here, and the third of F. Okay, A. All right. Then we play sharp 4, sharp 11, and we play E flat, which is flat 7, and we have the chord which is F dominant 7, sharp 11. Okay, all right. Now let's move on to the fifth, which is G. Okay, we're gonna play G. Okay, the scale. Let's play the scale. Still playing the notes in the key of C melodic minor scale. So I'm playing G now, the fifth degree of the scale. So I play G. Okay. Alright, so right here I have flat 6 with E flat, flat 6. This is flat 7th of in the key of G, and this is the root octave. So let's see. Flat 6, E flat, flat 13. So we can see we have here, if we only had the flat 7 in the scale, which is F, we would have, if we only had the flat 7 in the scale, we would have G dominant 7th chord. But as you can hear, we also have a flat 6, E flat. So we're gonna say this is in this case we can say we have G mixolydian flat 13 scale, because 6 is also 13. 7, when you reach octave, you got 6, you add 7 to it, you got 13. So now the scale is, we can call this scale starting on the 5th of the scale, G. We can call it mixolydian flat 6, G mixolydian flat 13, G mixolydian flat 13. Okay, so what chord can we derive from G mixolydian flat 13? Okay, let's go down. G, F, make it 7, G dominant 7th. Okay, so then this is the third, B. Then I want flat 13, which that's E flat. There you go. So we have our chord, which is G dominant 7 flat 13, and we have our mode. Okay, all right. That's the fifth mode in the key of C melodic, C melodic minor scale. Okay, now let's move to the sixth note, A. All right, so we're gonna play the scale. We're gonna play the scale starting with A. We're not going to change any note in the key, in the scale of C melodic minor scale. We're not changing note. So start with A. Okay, I see. Well, what I see here, I see one. Okay, I'm thinking of I'm thinking of A major scale. That's what I'm thinking. because now I want to determine what mode is, because I cannot play the notes, all the notes in the A major scale, because most of them are not diatonic to the C melodic minor scale. So let me see. So I'm gonna say I start with A. Okay, so I'm gonna say A is 1 and 2, and I'm gonna say flat 3, 4, and I'm gonna say flat 5 and flat 6, flat 7, and 1 again, octave. Okay, in that case I can I can safely say that this scale is the is a Locrian mode with a natural 2. That's what it is. So we're gonna say, we're gonna call this scale Aeolian. No, we're gonna call it Locrian mode flat 5. I think we can say that. Oh no, I'm sorry about that. We're not talking about Locrian. Because we started on the note, on the 6th note, so it's Aeolian. Okay. Forget everything I said about this particular mode. Let's start over. Okay. We're going to call this Aeolian mode flat 5 scale. That's what it is, not Locrian mode. This is Aeolian flat 5 mode. Okay? But we can also call it Locrian natural 2. Well, Locrian 9. Okay? Locrian 9, also we can call it half diminished scale. Okay? So let me play it again. It's gonna be 1, 2, flat 3, 4, flat 5, flat 6, flat 7, and A root. So I can see I have it's a Locrian mode, but it doesn't have, if it doesn't have flat 2, it has natural 2. So I'm going to call it Aeolian flat 5 scale, or Locrian natural 2, or Locrian 9, or half diminished scale. And then the chord I can get from it is going to be A minor 7 flat 5. So this is, I'm going to go here, A, okay, this is 7, G flat 7, this is the A, C, and flat 5 is going to be E flat. There you go. Alright, so it's a nice scale. Very nice scale. A Aeolian flat 5 or half diminished scale or Locrian, we can call it Locrian 9, not Locrian 9 scale. Okay? This is the chord. The chord is E minor 7th, flat 5. Alright, so let's see now. Let's go to another. The last one is going to be. We're going to start with B now, huh? Okay, B. Okay, let's see. Now, if we were playing B major scale, most of the notes in the B major scale, most of them would not sound good, would not be playable in this context, because we must respect the parent scale of this mode. So we have to play the notes in the parent scale. But we still have to think about the major scale that those notes would belong to if we were not changing them to fit our parent C melodic minor scale. So now when I start with B, I can say I have let's see, B, you're gonna have man, I got 1, flat 2, flat 3, flat 4, flat 5, flat 6, flat 7. That's super Locrian mode. Okay, that's super Locrian mode. And then the super Locrian mode, also called whole diminished scale. This is the type of mode, the type of mode that you play with altered chords. So you can also call this scale super Locrian, okay, or super Locrian mode, altered mode, or Locrian flat 4 mode. And this is a type of mode that you can use on altered dominant chords. Okay, so if you play, let's say you play a chord like let's try to build a chord. Let's see, we play B. This is okay. This is B. All right. So if I want to play B dominant 7, and then A, then okay. So what about if I want to play sharp 5. That's an altered chord. Sharp 5. Let me see. Let me see if the Locrian, if the super Locrian mode would sound good with this chord. Let me see. We're gonna try. Let's see. Oh no, that's my fault. Oh well. Yeah, this is A dominant 7. No, that's B dominant 7 sharp 5, and I play the B super Locrian mode, B altered mode, or B Locrian flat 4 mode, or whole diminished mode. It doesn't sound bad on that chord. No, that's not it. Okay, that's it for the modes in the key of C melodic minor scale. So remember, you need to practice, make your mistakes, and learn from them. And that's the way we all can become efficient musicians.